Welcome to our first form drawing lesson. Today we're going to do something really simple, and it's kind of like a warm-up and something that's going to wake up your hands and help you make your forms how you want them to be. So we're going to start with a circle. There are, in everything we draw, there are circles or curves, and there are straight lines. So the first thing we're going to do is practice making as round a circle as we can. Now, often I see children and adults, and they want to make it so perfectly that they go very, very slowly, and it's very hard to see the whole thing when you're doing that. And so your circle actually turns out much more jagged and not as round as it would be if you were going a little faster. So we're not going to worry about going over the same lines that we're making. So our circle is going to spread out, and I'm just going to think rounder and rounder, and I'm not worried if some of the lines go along the same path or if they go a little further out or a little further in. And I'm going to do this about 20 times, and you can count as you're going, or you can sing a little song. And then I'm going to change the color. So now I'm going to do a darker yellow, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to sing a song that makes me think of the sun, because this could be the sun and the earth going around the sun. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round to morning, and from morning round to night. Now I'm using pencils for this, but you can also use crayons, and there are all kinds of things you can use. This is drawing sticks that are really fun to use. They're called drawing sticks. But I'm using Lyra colored pencils, and I like these. They are nice and fat, and my fingers, when I'm holding them, sit perfectly because there's a flat little ridge that I can rest my finger on, and then my two here, my thumb and pointer, are facing each other but not touching each other. On a smaller pencil, it's hard to keep that space, but you want to have that space. And you can have your pencil up here or down here, as long as you're free to move and you don't feel too cramped. You want to have a nice loose grip. I always say that your pencil should be able to slide out of your hands when you're drawing. It's not a grip where you're gripping on for dear life. So we can work on the grip as we go. A lot of children and adults have a very hard grip, and their hand cramps up when they're working. So we can work on that as well, on how to release the tension in the hands as we're going through our lessons. Now I'm going to change to a green, and I'm going to make the green go inside of my circle that I have already, and it's going to overlap a little bit of the yellow. As you can see, it's not perfect. I'm just letting my pencil move, making as round a circle as I can while I'm kind of flowing, not stopping, not doing it slowly. And I'm going to count to 20 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You kind of feel like you're getting into a little meditation as you're going. Now we're going to use blue. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round to morning, and from morning round to night. And then we're going to use a purple. You see how pretty it looks when it's overlapping a little bit the previous color. It's kind of like if you cut a geode in half and you saw crystals that were all different colors. Or maybe the inside of a planet has different colors and different rings. And now some pink. See, my circle's getting a little bit oval here. I'll hold my page down. Try to make it rounder. That really doesn't matter. We're just trying to get a flow and let our hand move freely. And now I have a light kind of peachy color that I'm going to end with. And I think I'm going to then do the darker yellow. I call this golden yellow. And this light yellow on the inside. So there we have our first drawing of circles. I hope you enjoyed making this. I wanted to show you how you can finish it if you'd like to make this a complete picture. You can make the sky or the space around it, maybe we're out in outer space, by shading. Shading is when you go from dark to light. And so I can go around this circle, going from dark to light, from dark to light. And then the whole page will be full of color, which makes it feel complete. Now, as you're doing this, I'd love for you to keep your page straight to the table. It's going to be hard, but don't turn your page. You want to turn your hand. Your hand is getting exercise like this. It's having to turn and go in a new direction, which is challenging. And so we want to do things that are harder for us because they make our muscles work in a new way. So try as best you can not to turn the page. If you really need to, if it's very hard, you can start with the light and go towards the picture. getting darker. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round to morning, and from morning round to night. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always round to morning, and from morning round to night. I wonder if right in the center, maybe we can see through and see the sky in the center as well. I hope you enjoyed working on your circle, and I will see you next time for the straight line.